All right, everybody, the Frightmares season's rolling at the Lagoon Park in Farmington, Utah. We're gonna give some tips and tricks on how to get through this season. Join us today on the XP Project. All right, everybody, the Frightmares season is officially launched. Launched yesterday. We're out here on a Saturday. I wanted to come out and kind of see what it's like on a Saturday, but we're actually doing a little bit of a tips and tricks video here. So this is just going to be kind of a Frightmares tips and tricks, like little things. You know, I want to make these videos so that you guys put in your tips and tricks as well. I'm going to kind of give a few things that I think might help you during this time. But if you guys could please put in the comments, and if you don't go in the comments, go in the comments. We've actually got pretty engaged comments for the most part. And there's usually, I mean, almost every week I learn something. So make sure you're putting something down in the comments. And if you don't go to the comments, go to those comments, because you might find something that you didn't know. All right, so right now the park is open on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So my suggestion would be Fridays, they don't open till afternoon time. So if you're gonna come on a Friday, try to be here right when they open. Then you can get there, get in, get ready to go on the haunted houses. If it's a Saturday, I would try to come as early as you can. The haunted houses don't open till I think I want to say they open at like 3 or 4-ish time. We're gonna get those times on the haunted house video that we're gonna do, the exact times. But I would get here just as soon as possible, those, because once those open, the crowds fill up, the lines for the haunted houses fill up really fast. So I would just get out here as soon as you want. And we're gonna talk in a minute about rides versus haunted houses, but pretty much the whole time this year, just try to get out here as early as you can, because if you don't show up till after dark, the lines are just gonna be insane. All right, so speaking of crowds, chime in if you agree or disagree with this, but my kind of thought is you can't really come out and do all the rides you want to do and all the haunted houses unless you get that fast pass. We're going to talk about the fast pass on the haunted house video. So if you have a season pass, it's no worries. Just, take one night, just do haunted houses. Take one night, just do the rides. But I don't know if you're going to be able to really get to every ride you want to go on and the haunted houses, just because I'm telling you, there's a couple of rides like Cannibal, Primordial, Wicked. Those lines are going to be absolutely brutal, especially at night, during this Frightmare season. So, I mean, you might wait in a good hour or a little bit more just on those 3 rides alone. And so if you're wanting to do all the rides and do the haunted houses at the same time, it's going to be a real struggle. So, but if you have a pass, maybe take one night, just do the haunted houses, one night, just do the rides, and you can rotate those. But if you don't have a pass, that fast pass for the haunted houses really might be a good thing. And we're going to do that on the next video to kind of see how fast we get through those, because we did that last year and it saved a ton of time. All right, so one of my favorite things about Frightmares is this pumpkin tunnel. So this is between the train tracks by the little lake there and Laguna Beach over here. This tunnel is just so great. At night, it's all lit up, and they've got a couple people dressed up in cool jack-o'-lantern stuff. I love this so much. It's a good part of it. And actually, this wasn't up last week, so they put this up in just a few days. So great. All right, so let's stop and talk just for a minute for the parents out there that have little ones. So this is gonna apply to probably anybody that has little ones around that 10 and under age. So there's 3 spots, and you wanna go straight back to Pioneer Village for all 3 of these. The first one is the Treat Street. That is like a trick-or-treat thing. It's just like the Easter one that they do during Easter time, which is so great. And then the second one is the little corn maze, the kids' corn maze. And we kind of went over that one last week a little bit. But that one's so great. They go through this little corn maze, and there's little different characters in it. There's a farmer and a couple different things. They kind of change those up a little bit, but it's great for little kids. They absolutely love it. And then the last one is the Spookaboo, and that is right across the street from the church back in Pioneer Village. And that's kind of the same type of thing. They go through a little building there, and there's a person dressed up like Indiana Jones, and somebody dressed up in a 60s diner and things like that. these are all great for the kids. And if you have the little ones, Pioneer Village is the place to be by far. There's so much to do back here. They've got like Halloween music going in the background. It's so great. All right, so let's talk about the haunted houses out here. We're not gonna hit all the haunted houses on this specific video because the video right after this is gonna be a rank of those haunted houses. So there are 5 unpaid haunted houses. Those all come with the pass. You don't have to pay for them. Just get in line. Now, there are fast passes. We'll talk about that on the haunted house video too, but there's 5 haunted houses. Most of them are over by the Midway area, kind of where that car show is, and by the Bat. But there is one, Frisco, that's back in the back. That video will be up soon. We'll go through those. Let's talk about shows also. So you've got the Plank and Plunder Pirate Show, which is just in the regular theater over by the White Roller Coaster. And then they've got a new one called Nightmare Cabaret. I don't know anything about that one yet. I'm just really excited because it's new. They've had the same one the last 2 years. And so it's really cool they've got a new one out there. But there is one show, and a lot of people miss this one. So back in Pioneer Village, there's this little show back here. There's a big book thing, and they do this little, there's like a vampire casket thing and stuff back here, and they do a little show. This one doesn't play all the time, so just check that. They've got the times up on that front board that's at the very front of the park when you first come in, and in that little flyer that you can get in any of the gift shops. This one's a great one more towards nighttime because they've got lights on all these trees right here, and they're like purple and green, and it's just so great. And then probably the most popular show at Frightmares is the Hack and Slash show. So that is a show that's right where the fountain is by Jetstar. They actually cover the fountain there and put a little stage there, and that one's great. So these guys, like, they dress up as like the you know, Leatherface looking people with chainsaws and whatnot, and they have like a DJ up there doing a whole thing. All right, so I want to just take a minute to say thank you so much for watching the channel. I just really appreciate it. You know, we're kind of getting towards the end of the season already. It's kind of crazy that it's already that soon. But I just want to say thank you. Couldn't do any of this really without any of you guys watching it, and I just appreciate all the follows, and more than anything, I appreciate all the comments. I mean, I've learned so much about this park just from your guys' comments, and I'm sure other people have too. Thank you so much. All right, so we are out here. So this is a Saturday. It is after 4 o'clock, and all the haunted houses are open right now. I asked a couple people, they didn't know for sure when the haunted house is open. If you work out here, I vaguely remember some of them opening at one time and then not the other. So if you could kind of chime in on when the haunted house is open. I know, like, on Saturdays and Sundays, they're not open all day long. So if you could chime in on that, I'd really appreciate it. So over at Sky Coaster here, they've got this skeleton here that's wearing the Sky Coaster outfit. That doesn't give me much confidence in a ride that I'm already super afraid of. You know what, I will say, for a Saturday night right now after 4 o'clock, it's not as busy tonight as I thought it was going to be. Not at all. I'm actually a little bit surprised, but I know this won't be forever. I know, like, the closer it gets to Halloween, it just gets busier and busier. I think I talk about this a lot during summer, but people just don't like the heat, and we are still pushing like 94 right now. I know, like, we see all the Halloween stuff and we think it's getting cold, but it's definitely not. I know that kind of deters a lot of people from coming out to these parks, so I think once it cools down and people can kind of like throw on a jacket and whatnot, it's definitely gonna get way more busy. But like, I'm looking at Cannibal right now and the line's not even out to extend a queue. This is great. All right, so I did briefly talk about this on our last video. If you've ever been out here and you don't come very often, you see this like haunted house that's over here by the arcade, kind of by Dracula's Castle. You're like, what is that? This haunted house is actually here all year round. It's called the Seance, and it's a paid attraction. You do get a $5 discount if you're a season pass holder, but you go in there and they do like a show, like a seance show. Really cool. They've got like kind of creepy music playing outside of this, like old-timey creepy music, and it's just really good this time of year. During the rest of the year, it's just here. There's not like the music or lights or anything, but they kind of start hanging up a few things and stuff to make it look more like it's ready to go during this time of year. But this is a great thing. I can't film in these, and same with the haunted houses either, but come check this out. It's awesome. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for our Frightmares 2024 kind of tips and tricks video. Feel free, and please, if you could, put in the comments tips and tricks that you know, like if you work out here, if you come out here all the time. I know everybody appreciates it. I appreciate it so much. We're gonna get ready to go get on some haunted houses. Thanks for joining us on the XP Project.